You've nervously texted someone, "Hey," and then stared at your phone for 45 minutes. You've rehearsed a sentence in your head 17 times before saying it out loud. You've made eye contact with someone across a room and then immediately looked at the floor like it said something interesting. Congratulations! You are doing exactly what your ancestors did 300,000 years ago. Except they had no phone, no dating app, no wingman with good advice. Just vibes. Pure, unfiltered, terrifying vibes. Before we go back 300,000 years, let's agree on what flirting actually is. Flirting is the art of communicating one thing while technically doing another. You're saying, "I'm interested," without the terrifying risk of actually saying, "I'm interested." It's deniability. It's a safety net. It's the most human thing we do. And it turns out, we've been doing it since before we could even talk. The very first flirting tool humans ever had wasn't a word. It wasn't a gift. It wasn't a clever line. It was eye contact, specifically the look. Humans are the only primates whose eyes have white sclera, the white part around the iris. Every other ape has dark eyes all the way across. You can't tell where they're looking, but with humans, you always know exactly where someone is looking. Scientists think we evolved white eyes specifically to communicate with each other up close and personally, which means eye contact was evolution's first dating feature. The ancient version of sliding into the DMs was just looking at someone for slightly too long. And the look away? That was the ancient version of leaving someone on red. After eye contact came the next move, grooming. And before you say you, this was a big deal. In primates, grooming is one of the primary ways trust and affection are built. It releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same chemical that fires when you hug someone you love. So when an early human picked bugs out of someone's hair, that was the ancient equivalent of paying for dinner, a romantic gesture, a demonstration of care, a very itchy first date. And if they let you do it, that was a green light. If they moved away, that was the ancient version of "I just want to be friends." Then came gifts. Ancient humans figured out very early that bringing someone something impressive was a solid move. The most common early courtship gift? Food, specifically meat. Bringing a big piece of meat meant you were a good hunter, a provider, a catch. Archaeologists have found evidence of early humans sharing food selectively, giving more to some individuals than others, which is just ancient humans inventing the concept of, "let me buy you a drink." But it wasn't just food. Early humans also gave decorative objects. Shells, colorful stones, feathers. The oldest known jewelry in the world is 150,000 years old. Perforated shells found in Morocco. Someone made that, for someone else, to impress them. The oldest love language in human history is a shell necklace from Morocco. Let that sink in. But gifts only got you so far. At some point, ancient humans had to perform. And the most universal performance across every ancient human culture? Dance. Dance is found in every human culture ever studied. Without exception. No other animal does this. Bees waggle, birds hop, but no other species creates rhythm and moves to it for social reasons. Early dance wasn't just fun. It was a live audition. It showed coordination, rhythm, energy, and health. All the things that said, "My genes are excellent, pick me." Then there was sound. Humans started making music somewhere between 40,000 and 100,000 years ago. The oldest musical instrument ever found is a flute made from a vulture bone. 43,000 years old. Someone sat down, carved a flute from a bird bone, and played music, possibly to impress someone, which means the world's first musician was probably just trying to get a date. Some things never change. Long before words, the body did all the talking. Standing taller, puffing the chest out, walking differently when someone interesting enters the area. Mirroring, copying someone's exact posture and movements is one of the oldest signs of attraction. Your body does this automatically. You don't decide to mirror someone. You just start doing it. Touch was the next step. A hand on the arm, a bump of the shoulder, an accidental brush of the hand. In ancient groups, touching someone outside your immediate family was a significant social signal. It said, "I trust you. I want to be close to you. I am choosing you specifically out of everyone here." Then there's the oldest move in the book, showing off. Ancient humans showed off in two main categories, strength and skill. Strength was obvious. Lift heavy thing, carry heavy thing, throw heavy thing impressively far. Skill was subtler. Making a better tool. Starting a fire faster. Solving a problem the group was stuck on. Both were saying the same thing. I am useful. I will help you survive. I am a good investment. Which is exactly what showing off still means today. We've just replaced mammoths with gym selfies. And status mattered enormously. Being respected in the group made you more attractive. Full stop. But here's the one nobody talks about. The single most powerful flirting tool ancient humans had: laughter. Humans laughed long before we had full language. Laughter is pre-verbal, it's primal. And research consistently shows, across all cultures, that making someone laugh is one of the most attractive things a human can do. Not telling jokes, not performing, just making a specific person laugh genuinely in a private moment. That shared laugh was ancient humans saying, "I see you, I get you, we're the same kind of weird." It built an inside world between two people. A tiny invisible club of two. So, eyes locked. Grooming happened. Gifts were exchanged. Dance was performed. Laughter was shared. What happened next was essentially the same thing that happens today. They paired off. They chose each other. Not forever necessarily, but for now and often for a long time. Early human groups were small, 20 to 50 people. Everyone knew everyone, which means rejection was extremely public. There was no ghosting. You couldn't unmatch and disappear. You had to keep seeing that person every single day, which honestly makes ancient flirting significantly more terrifying than modern flirting. Here's what's remarkable about all of this. Every single thing ancient humans did to attract each other, you still do. Right now. Today. The nervous eye contact, the showing off, the gift, the laugh you save for one specific person. None of this was invented by dating apps or romantic comedies. It was written into you, by hundreds of thousands of years of humans doing exactly what you're doing. So next time you're nervous before a conversation with someone you like, just remember, your great times a million grandmother did the same thing, with less deodorant, but the same butterflies. And somehow, it worked. Because here you are,